It's a goal for the police department.
You don't have to keep saying, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not computer literate. We work to make sure that the only thing you'll have to say is, it works. Mendez, go for the cross! What a goal! What a goal from Mendez!
Goal! And speed! Go back.
And speed, baby.
Here he's back.
Oh, here's an opportunity for Motown now. Shifting. Perella with a nice block. Another shot on, and this one into the back of the net. Perella not able to collect that one. And Chris Bermudez happy to send it away. This one further towards the box. The header coming in, and that one into the back of the net. You had a pairing of the two center backs. Joe Fallow with the head meets the foot of Mr. James Watson. And there's the equalizer. Still taking up the space. Looks a little further out to the wing, and a great service. Take a note there. Shot on, almost. Quist, real close there. Able to settle with his left foot. Quist with an opportunity right in front of the box, and a goal! Jose Perez! Who says you can't teach old dogs new tricks? Able to get right in front of the box, putting the Jackson Lions up. Leaving it be for Yosef. To the middle. Kusiogu trying to create a shot. There's one off the keeper's arm. And there's the equalizer. When he came in right side. And it's 2-2 here with roughly 15 minutes left to play in regulation. In any case, we've got a shorter-ish corner kick. Motown sending this one away. Perella able to get two hands on it. And Perella outside his box. Here's a shot up. Maybe deflection. And that one to the back of the net. Holy cow from Motown. An impromptu-ish corner kick.
Shot on goal, but it is dropping. Back of the net for Cork. Who got the touch? Got McCullough. James Donovan moving it quickly. Connor Matters through the hands. Mikey Brosnan, lovely feedback. Over the bar. Kelly moves it. Garrod Kennedy moving it on. Jack Gleason between the posts again. Lovely score. And Barnabas, after a little bit of trouble, are back in lead by 1. Great block by Garrod Kennedy. Back in the hands though, Toomey. Toomey made amends over the bar. And Brosnan. Does he have an opportunity to shoot? He just takes the other option. Over the bar. To a corner. Cork may want to work it back out. Follow that arc around. Long drive by Kennedy. Dropping short though. Just around the 14. Back of the net. Cork goal. Wasn't dealt well with by Barnum. Tap over. Cavan are playing Donegal at 4:30 as Cork go on the attack. Matthew Queenan bursting through. Back of the net. Back of the net. Brilliant drive. Brilliant back of the net. Queenan. Garrod Kennedy on the ball. Long drive in. Little flick by Mikey Brosnan. Back into the hands. Shane Brosnan back to brother Mikey, back in the net. Fumble at the wrong time, but still in possession. Still in possession. Looks inside. Foot block perhaps. Lovely low drive to the right hand side. Put the goalie the wrong way. Jar McCullough. No ball, no drive, lovely hands. Philip O'Shea back in the net.
Nice little pass up into the forward. Relays it back. I don't think he anticipated it, but he went for the post, and it's going to be over the bar. And they had the possession. It's good to see their contributions to the game in New York. Straight up, sort of like a scrum half offloads a ruck. Still playing. He's open. He's going to try to go for goalie. No, he's going to offload it, see if someone's going to get over the bar. And it's good for Kerry. Good work there. This could be the first goal. And it's a goal. It's a goal for Westmeath. Boots it forward. Nice catch. It could set up and equalize with the goal. Well, sorry. Too much of another sport. Takes it, boots it right back instantly. Bobby O'Regan from the tight angle, and it's another score. Nice setup. Oh, what a goal! What a goal! Another goal for Westmeath's second goal, proving at the moment to be very crucial right now as they sit just shy of comfortably in the lead. Kerry rallying back, driving his way, setting it up wide, over the bar.
And number 38, Enrique Lovato. And now, the starting 11 for your FC Motown STA. In goal, number 13 from the University of North Carolina, Alan Rutkowski. Number 2 from the University of Connecticut, Elijah Oak. Number 3 from the University of Pennsylvania, Joaquin Nienke. Number 4 from the University of Notre Dame, Maurice Williams. Number 5 from Seton Hall University, Yigit Kilich. Number 6 from Rutgers University, Eric Ruiz. Number 7 from the University of Portland, Micah Garnett. Number 8 from Duke University, Kenny Hott. Number 9 from the University of Dayton, Andrew Armstrong. Number 11 from Princeton University, Danny Inicheria. And number 15 from Lehigh University, Noah Levy. And now, will everyone please rise for the national anthem of the United States of America.
Well, good evening, folks. Not quite the weather that we were hoping for tonight's USL 2 matchup, but we play on otherwise. FC Motown STA right here at Drew University against the visiting side, Manhattan Soccer Club. I'm your commentator's host tonight, Daniel Lang, and we're looking to have a little bit of fun here as the rain comes down. Not looking to quell the action for either of these two teams who are looking to come into this matchup with a win in the ever-crowded Metropolitan Division, one of the most heavily contested divisions every year in USL 2. And we'll have both sides retreating to their opposite ends and hoping to get this match undergoing.
NYCFC2 and Taiwan national team star Chris Tao for tonight's ceremonial coin toss.
Here over at the PA, we'll have Chris Tao coming over for the coin toss, former Motown STA alum, again, as mentioned, currently with the NYCFC2 team and representing Taiwan at the national team level. Taking a look at the standings of the Metropolitan Division, Manhattan Soccer Club and FC Motown STA coming to the standings tied at a single point each. Motown was unable to win their first result against the Hudson Valley Hammers right here at Drew University back on the 20th of May. And Manhattan Soccer Club took a draw 3-3 against the Long Island Rough Riders away. Previously down 3-0 in that match against Long Island. And it came all the way back. Even Long Island was playing a man down after a red card from their keeper, having to put in, I believe, Jacob Woznicki in to net back on the 21st of May. So with at least a week's worth of rest for both these sides, you've got every single player on both these teams looking for the first win of the USL 2 season and to get right back into the swing of things, really, for, again, the Metropolitan Division. We look at the rest of the standings, too. New Jersey Copa, Long Island Rough Riders, Hudson Valley Hammers, and Morris Elite Soccer Club, all with 3 to 4 points each, rounding out the top 5. Staten Island Athletic, also with 3 points to their name. And both these sides looking to leapfrog a bunch of teams into the standings. We'll have Manhattan Soccer Club with the first touch. Kayvon Evans just finished up his freshman campaign at St. Thomas Aquinas. I was actually talking with his teammate earlier today who called him one of the best left wingers in Division II. We'll see if we're able really to see that in the 4-4-2 set that Manhattan Soccer Club is able to run. We've got the first touch going, and again, Manhattan Soccer Club will take these first couple touches. Here's Evans working against number 15, Noah Levy. And another ball into the middle. You see it with the face backs, Mateo Ponsacampo of Georgetown, an academy product of NYCFC. And this ball going the other way for Motown STA. There's Danny Itixeria giving this ball up to Andrew Armstrong, who opts back to the middle for Eric Ruiz. And a quick opportunity for the wingback. Joaquim Nahenke, the whistle goes up, flag is up. Opposite side now for Manhattan Soccer Club. We'll have the back line, this one being sent away into the middle by the center back. Number 37, Jabari Decotau. Manhattan Soccer Club on the far side now. Here's Braden Smith. The other 9 lined up with Kevon Evans. Smith came out of his freshman campaign at Syracuse University with a goal and 2 assists to his name in 2024. And now here's Kenny Ott, the captain for your Motown STA squad. Third-team All-ACC last year after freshman team appearance for Duke University. And I say this all the time when you look at some of these CDMs, at least in college ball. We'll take this first touch here from Levy, taken away by Manhattan Soccer Club's Acampo. And here's Hott again. As I was saying, even with these CDM positions, there really aren't many statistics in college soccer to be able to evaluate those kinds of guys. Hott has been someone that has, not to make a play on play with his words, as we've got a chance here. Here's Kenny Hott right to the middle. And speaking of, we've got one into the back of the net early for FC Motown STA. 3rd minute, Kenny Hott. Not what's known for his position, but he's got a killer left foot and able to put that one away, put STA up early.
3rd minute. FC Motown STA 1, Manhattan SC.
And just I was saying that there aren't many statistics to evaluate the kinds of positions that Kenny Hott really fits into. You'll always be able to find those counting stats and goals. Hott able to put his team up, the white and green up early. Hott was even a guy who had a lot of looks. I know with NYCFC, the Red Bulls Academy, even being able to make his minutes shown with Hartford Athletic for a point in time. And now really someone who's been able to eat up minutes both at Duke University and Motown STA. He's been a great addition this summer. We'll see how Manhattan Soccer Club is able to respond. Back on their back line now. And this one back to the keeper, Sky High, Charles DeMarco, out of Fordham Prep and just finished up his freshman campaign at Georgetown University. Nahenke, the wingback, sent away and wide. DeMarco has a slew of Georgetown teammates playing in front of him. Acampo being one of them, but also Oliver Stafford, one of the center backs, who will take that touch there, also wearing the captain's armband. And Stafford and DeMarco even go back a bit further to Fordham Prep, where they played high school ball. Funnily enough, also the high school that I attended. So I'm used to seeing these guys around. I'm used to being around a lot of soccer talent, at least in the New York metropolitan area. And you see a lot of it, especially here between these two sides. There's Oliver Pratt of Penn. And now his Penn teammate will take the throw in, Nahenke. Ocampo looking to send this ball away. A little bit further, not quite able to get to Smith or Evans. Smith looked like he had the best chance on that ball, but even having to come over from the far side to collect it. And now looks like we'll have a throw-in. For Manhattan Soccer Club, quickly back again. Flag goes up. It'll be a throw-in for Motown STA. And as I was saying, not quite perfect conditions for a summer soccer match. Everyone at least at taking shelter either in press boxes or under umbrellas, and Manhattan Soccer Club will look to recover. Here's this one on the inside, number 38, Enrique Lobato. And Alan Verkowski will look to send this ball away as a goal kick. I remember at least last week, for those who are paying attention to last week's matchup against Hudson Valley Hammers from Motown STA, a huge penalty kick save. Ball game 0-0 between the two sides, and Verkowski to allow Motown STA to come away with a point. Now here's Hott looking to try to build up onto the lead. Nice pass there from Andrew Armstrong into the middle, not quite able to get there. And now throw in for Motown STA. Here's Nahenki directing traffic. Has to let that ball go and be a little bit of hesitancy, and they'll give Nahenki a second try. Trying to turn a corner. Now here's Armstrong, the Dayton man. Hott had a touch on that ball, but now back to Ruiz. Will flip field. Elijah Hope going to have to come in for that ball. And now retreating. Looks like Stafford who will send this one away. Throw in for Motown STA. Hope will come in to take this ball. And now here's the wingback Nahenki. Finds Itixeria, the Princeton man. A lot of Ivy League universities, especially from both sides. Princeton, Penn, Georgetown, especially on this Motown side. Whistle blown, and it'll be going the way of Motown STA. Building from the back now. Speaking of elite universities, there's Mo Williams, center back from Notre Dame. Good look from Nahenki to Itixeria, but Pratt able to jump in front of that ball. Pratt, just a pure minutes eater over at the University of Pennsylvania. 1,100 minutes, and I remember even back with the Ivy League semifinals, was able to come away with the game-winning overtime golden goal to bring Pitt one step closer to an Ivy League tournament berth, beating Brown in the semifinals of the Ivy League championships. Manhattan whistle blown. Hott will take this one away. Looks like it's intended for Garnett. Out from the University of Portland. Oh, good touch there from DeQuo. Able to get around two Motown players and now flip soccer club. And not able to get to that ball. We'll be back with Motown STA possession. Nahanke with the look. Intended for Arnold. Koto. Gonna have to be careful. And just back out. It closest was Ruiz, and now going back the other way. Here's Stafford. Into the middle now for Manhattan Soccer Club. Out wide. Here's a chance, dribbling, quick couple little touches from Cajamarca. And now flipping field. We'll leave this one for a throw-in for Motown STA. Speaking of game overtime goals in the Ivy League semifinal, I know niche, but give me a moment to talk. I know Oliver Pratt with the overtime game winner. Dedi Enicheria had one of his own in the Ivy League semifinal against Cornell in the Ivy League semifinal against Cornell in this past college soccer fall season. But again, as I was saying, you never realize when you're in those high leverage situations until a chance there. That's exactly what we saw from Pratt and Enicheria right around the same time of the season. Funny enough, even in the same location, I remember the entire tournament being played at the University of Pennsylvania as well, over in Philadelphia. Now here's Manhattan Soccer Club. Quick little look to the outside. There's Braden Smith, now to the middle, intended for Evans, but just a bit too far out in front of them. Of Division 2. And Austin, New York kid. Jersey kid. Took a first stop at St. John's University down in Queens. And then now joined Nick Carlin Voigt's staff, recruiter, over at the University of Portland. Someone that is really kinds of guys the vision. Portland is able to really garnet one of them. Now there's Yijit Kielik, who initially transferred to Seton Hall University in this past transfer window. In the first transfer window right after the fall season. And now a riveter over at UMBC. From NJIT. A lot of acronyms in college soccer, interestingly enough. A lot of four-letter acronyms. And in any case, get a throw underway. These very regional teams to pull talent really from all across the world, as well as soccer becomes even more international, pulling from certain talents that come from academies all across the world. Kielik able certainly to add to that pool of talent. Evans not able to get to that ball. Evans hitting the ground, and there's a whistle. This one blown for Manhattan Soccer Club, not too far outside the 18. Here's a little bit of space on the outside. One of the first close opportunities that Manhattan Soccer Club's been able to have, including the corner kick earlier in the match. You see Rutkowski trying to line up his what looks like to be a three-man wall from Duke and Georgetown and Princeton and Penn and all of these other phenomenal players to really see what this Division I environment looks like. And it's really a great experience for a young kid like Rutkowski, who will be joining one of the premier ACC programs very shortly. Here's here, not able to get in front of his Idicharia. Pratt and Idicharia racing for it. Idicharia not quite able to turn the corner. Pratt just getting enough of his foot out there. Ruiz, the Rutgers man, gets the quick tap off with Evans in pursuit. And now you've got look for a little bit of help. A good dribble move. Will able to get him around one Manhattan Soccer Club player. Hitting the ground, but having his job done. Henke now will do with the jersey numbers over to Elijah Hope. And now trying to set up the number 9, Andrew Armstrong. Puts that ball in right into the midst of Charlie DeMarco. DeMarco to his right side for Pratt. But now Ocampo look to send this ball away. And now at the feet of Braden. A good left foot. Rutkowski right in front of that ball. One of the unsung heroes, I think, of college soccer, a kid that I was able to watch a lot of, at least with this FC Motown STA school last year. And certainly a phenomenal talent, will continue to eat up minutes for the Scarlet Knights. Closer to the back line. This one in front to Marco, not able to get there. And there's Idicharia. Able to bury a second one for FC Motown STA. Good little movement there from Kenny Hott. And 2-0 is the score here just as we reach 20 minutes.
Danny Idicharia in the 20.
Quite sure you saw Idicharia. He let that ball fly. And Idicharia, the proven goal scorer. 9 goals in his junior year this past year for Princeton University, drafted by DC United. Such a huge producer for Motown STA, Princeton University, and a new addition very shortly for DC United. Now Manhattan Soccer Club going to have to really think here. There's still a lot of time left in this match. The ball at his feet, able to give it up to find something to work the way up, whether it be along a little bit on the sidelines, even try to command this central midfield, though, too. It's always a huge part with college soccer, with the physicality and athleticism to really. And I think that's exactly how Manhattan Soccer Club will try to find their way, to work their way a little bit further in. Able to get a touch on that was Mo. Able to get a touch on that was Mo Williams. Cajamarca now able to get to that ball. throw in from Motown STA. Nine that he's normally used to in his first year at Dayton. Where he was able to capture the A10 but always nice to see at least USL 2 and others to try to find these other skills of these top talents to be able to help those guys develop and improve and ultimately quick couple little touches and Braden Smith as we see two players hit the pitch now, and here's a yellow card issued. And it looks like it's to Elijah Hope. Back defender that he is over at Motown STA. We saw that even last card. And changed a bit of the way that Hope really plays, but I think this is really just the kind of kid that you're getting when you put Elijah Hope into his percent. Will play with a physicality that's necessary to be successful at a higher level, especially in USL 2 and in college. Ask me if he's still able to defend at his full capacity. Now here's Manhattan Soccer Club on this near side. This ball floated over the net. Looked to be by Ocampo. Not that changes the quality of performance that we've seen so far with the compo. It's not like an ability that you equip on and off. Just, I'm curious to ask him a little bit about that too. Another New York kid and Georgetown man. In the possession of Manhattan Soccer Club. Ocampo switching sides. Under it. Evans trying to settle. Now back to Ocampo. He's got with the right foot into the middle. Deflected. And now here's Armstrong able to collect it. Armstrong with a good ball just out front of Idicharia. Henke now surveying. Going down is Levy, and there's a whip. And now back again for Motown STA. Hope far side. Now, taken away. Here's a break. Quick little chance. Motown. Evans not able to receive that ball. Now Luke Vanderkolk will take his chance. The Wheaton College kid at the Division III level, 2 goals, 3 assists of this past season. Attacking midfielder role. Alongside him, Gunha Lee, who spent 2 years at the JUCO powerhouse over at Monroe College and will spend this upcoming fall season with Xavier University. Now Nahenki to hot surveying, and now Levy at about midfield. Levy looking, will find it Ixeria by himself. Couple good defensive play there. Fighting still is at Ixeria. A nice look there. And a rainy window, so excuse me if I can't get to the numbers, the names very quickly. That was a compo on the defensive play against Ixeria. Now into the box. Here's Stafford coming the near side and will put a good clearance on it. Able to get back to the red and black. And here's Ruiz, almost loses it. Mo Williams careful to get that ball before Braden Smith. Throw in incoming from Manhattan Soccer Club. Pratt will look. Sets this one down for Cotiel. Dick Cotiel, excuse me. And now back to Falco, the Colombia man. Oh, DeMarco able to collect that ball. We'll leave it to his center back. This one to the top of the box. This ball sent away. Whistle blown. Be a free kick for Manhattan Soccer Club. Ocampo sending this ball back. Pleading his case a bit to the central official. Stafford will take a touch. Now here's Carmine Falco. Armstrong not able to get there. Stafford able to come clean it up. Throw in for Manhattan Soccer Club, thankfully. Now they're able to take a pause. After Motown STA look to be closing in a little bit on an opportunity. Rutkowski going to have to back up. Here's Kevon Evans, who hits the ground. And now we'll quite see what the result was. It just looked like Evans took a bit of a tumble. Another opportunity to try to in half. This ball sent away, a header, way out the box now. Falco and a good sliding tackle there. Quick touch, not able to get to Armstrong. Now here's this longer ball, intended for here's Pratt. This one into the middle. Quick chance, and there, back in the net, a nice shot from number 22, Braden Smith. And you see Evans and Smith trying to go and get that ball back again. Great shot there from Smith, able to find really the right side of that net. And just as we were talking before, Manhattan Soccer Club going to be able to cut this Motown STA lead down to a single goal. the young Syracuse kid. And that's exactly what the doctor ordered for Manhattan Soccer Club. Motown STA going to have to take a pause, take a couple steps just really to try to figure things out. And it looked like that ball really just got away from the defensive line of Motown STA. And Smith was able to capitalize. And another thing I make sure to make mention of, I keep referring to Motown STA with that acronym at the end, the STA. And the reason I do is because it's been a collection of clubs that's been able to make this USL2 organization happen. And to be able to give credit to those clubs and the full notion of how this USL2 side has been able to exist and to differentiate from the NPSL side of FC Motown. To differentiate, the club adds on the STA as a homage to the clubs that have been able to make, again, to be able to make this USL2 side happen. Now here's Hope working against Smith. Just outside the box now is Manhattan Soccer Club looking to find a second. And throw in for Manhattan now. Waiting, a bit of movement from Ocampo will come to the top of the box now. We'll see if that plays key. Touch off this ball, whistle blow, and Smith not able to get anything off. It'll be a free kick now taken by Rutkowski. Hot trying to direct traffic. And now back to the near side. Intended for Idicharia, who's not able to keep the ball in play. Throw in by Pratt incoming. Pratt trying to look, and we'll go back to the back line of Manhattan. Stafford trying to take space. Gets his ball just out far of Garnett. To get a touch by Falco. Falco now making a run. Evans. And last out by Manhattan player will be a goal kick for Rutkowski. And we'll see a bit of maintaining order from the central official, having a quick conversation with Rutkowski. And Rutkowski will send this ball well over midfield. Pratt able to get the first head on it. And now Ocampo with a quick touch. Nahenki able to keep the ball in play around Pratt, but back securely now with Manhattan. Stafford into the middle, whistle blown. And here's a conversation to be had. It looks like that's Noah Levy. Stafford will send this ball away. Dangerous position for Ocampo, his Georgetown teammate. Pratt will go move a little bit of front. Now Cajamarca, this one shot on. And well high by Henrique Lobato. Good idea. It looked like there was a little bit of a lull in the action, a little further away, but I don't fault him for the decision. If my opinion were to carry any weight. In any case, here comes Manhattan Soccer Club going the other way. Quick couple little touches now. Back to the corner in space. We'll get in front of that ball. And going to have to try again. Look like Falco. And it seems like Mo Williams caught a bit of Falco's foot. Falco will continue to play on. Throw in for Manhattan Soccer Club now. Evans with the first touch on. Evans with a good move. Able to work his way into the box. Quick left foot. Rakowski going to have to react. And way into the box. Quick left foot. Rakowski going to have to react. And cuts right in front of that ball. Rutkowski now directing traffic. You'll see Nahenki work his way a little bit further into that midfield, specifically where Rutkowski really likes to be able to play these balls. He'll set these down and just be able to try to send this one flying. Ruiz hitting the ground there. Play it. No, we won't. We'll take the whistle. And it'll be a free kick for Motown STA. Hot to the outside. He'll chase that ball. Now far side for STA. This one to the middle of the box. Dangerous opportunity, but collected by Manhattan Soccer Club now. Surveying. Looks like Ocampo. It is. And now to the back line. Stafford all alone. Will take a space. Almost stumbles. Levy not able to get there. Player falls and it'll be a free kick. That's Gunha Lee, who played last year with the Westchester Flames in USL 2. And to talk briefly about the Flames, they really have a hold on a lot of the Monroe College talent that comes out of that phenomenal JUCO University. Here's Oliver Pratt. Top of the box, going to have to retreat. Now find space from Lobato. Now building a little further back here, Stafford. Well over midfield. This is the first time that we've really seen this back line of Manhattan Soccer Club really trying to be able to take place out at least over this midline. The captain surveying. Will look to try to find space in the box. Nahenki with a header. Still keeping into this box. Here's Evans. Not quite able to touch that one. Now here's Kamarka. The multi-year academy product out of NYCFC and just spent his freshman year at Siena University. Couple little touches and now securely back with Motown STA. Two players go down and whistle blown. I would presume it ends up being a free kick for Motown STA. We'll see the ruling from pad between Braden Smith but Rutkowski will take this one away. We'll send this one a little further back, and we've got just about 7 minutes left to play and scheduled time of this first half. Two goals from FC Motown STA, one from Kenny Hott in the 3rd minute, the second from Danny Diccherry in the 20th. And Braden Smith's goal in the 30th minute accounts for Manhattan Soccer Club on the score sheet. Here's Manhattan far side now. Ocampo looking to try to find this ball. Will stay onside, and Motown able to come and collect up the pieces. And Cherry keeps that ball from rolling out of touch. Hot, who flips the field for Elijah Hope. His offensive ventures down into a corner. And now this ball short. Accurate. Nines in this 4-4-2 set. And Manhattan Soccer Club came in with. You saw even Pratt trying to make a way into the middle a little bit further before he gains possession here. Manhattan willing to get creative opportunities. Evan not quite able to get the rebound. Stays with Pratt though. Now Ocampo. Pratt will move closer toward the end line. Not able to keep in touch. Kick forward. Kowski again. Good idea there from Manhattan Soccer Club. Not quite able to result in anything. Able to open up a lot of spaces. And the Motown STA defense is going to have to look to maybe be a little bit more fluid as they've already been. It's something that's just been something that's, something that has been specifically with Hope being able to make his way down as a wing. Williams able to work his way as a center back of two with Keelik. Even Keelik able to play a little bit more of a CDM duty as well. Pratt calling for this ball, looking to flip the field. Is Manhattan SC. Pratt will get it. Pratt now, quick little touch pass, ends up with Evans. Pratt will take it away again. And now near side to Ocampo. Cajamarca gets a touch on this one. Ocampo trying to find an opportunity, carefully pursued by Nahenki. De Cotiao. Nice threading the needle by Ocampo. Looks like Pratt will get the last touch on it in front of the box. Deflected on the touch by Williams, and Williams able to collect it. Now this one cleared away by, we look like Nahenki. Iksharia going back now. Finds Levy. And now here's Garnett able to get around Carmine Falco. Both men go down. No whistle, and here comes a throw-in. Manhattan Soccer Club maintaining possession here. Pratt calling for this ball again. Racing down the side was Gunhali. Ocampo looked to try to find Evans. And a nice clearance there. Motown STA. Will be a corner kick regardless, this time on the near side. Just far enough out of our press box's view for our scorekeepers and those onlookers. And now back again from Motown STA. Here's Armstrong to Idixheria, able to take a hard touch, but able to regain possession. Idixheria going to have Armstrong on his right side. Going down, Idixheria off the chest, and it looked like we'll have a whistle. Excuse me, it'll be a corner kick for Motown STA. Entering last 10 seconds of the scheduled first half. We'll go into extra time now. A little bit of movement. This ball sent away, far side. DeMarco able to get a hand on it. Still dangerously with Motown STA. Going to the near side, falling down, hands up. And it looks like we'll have a goal kick. DeMarco going to have to hurry. Instead, we'll look to make sure he boots this one away smartly. DeMarco with the right foot over the midfield line. Ruiz with the header, throw in for Manhattan now. Can't imagine too much stoppage time. The pace of play having been very fluid so far in this first half. Again, 2 goals, Motown STA, 2 Manhattan Soccer Clubs, 1. But Manhattan able to control a lot of this action lately. Motown building with quick spurts of passes. Now Hot trying to set up Idixheria. This one back to DeMarco now. Idixheria got dangerously close to that ball. 2 players go down, whistle blown, and it'll be going the way of Manhattan Soccer Club. And we'll be taking the free kick shortly. Looks like it was Ruiz and Lobato on that collision. Up and running now, and DeMarco kick for Manhattan. DeMarco sends this one away. Right into the box, the header from Mo Williams. Good touch there from Ruiz. Ruiz trying to get around 3 Manhattan Soccer Club players. A tough task for any man. Henke to Hot, not able to keep the ball in touch. Throw in for Manhattan now. Evans trying to get around Kielik. Gets around. Now here's Evans at the top of the box. Dangerous. Evans goes down. Here's a whistle, and it looks like a penalty kick has been awarded. Foul against Mo Williams, and it looks like every Motown STA player seems to be in conversation with the central official. Mo Williams can't believe it, but and there's a yellow card issued to Williams there. Every player going to have to be careful of what they say. Of course, the only opinion that matters is the man in the blue shirt. And not a penalty kick award. It looks like we'll have a free kick dangerously close to line, but just outside. You see Gunha Lee, Carmine Falco, and Cajamarca crowding around that ball. Would not be surprised if Gunha Lee ends up taking the final touch on this ball. It was something that he was specifically known for to be able to do with the Flames. And even with Monroe College. Looks like it's Falco and Lee on a 5-man wall with Motown STA. Hits the wall there. Falco. Quick touch on that ball. We'll see who it touched last. Motown STA looks to keep the ball in touch regardless. And there's the final whistle, the first half. An eventful first half we've got so far right here in Madison, New Jersey, Drew University. FC Motown STA 2, Manhattan Soccer Club 1. A lot of action throughout this entire first half. We hope you stick with us through the second. Thanks so much, folks, and we'll see you shortly.
Touch on it. And it's a goal! It's a goal for Westmead.
Let's go back post. Headers
There! 1-1!
Mendez, go for the cross! What a goal! What a goal from Mendez!
Middle for it, there is the header there. Yes, and it's a goal! It's a goal for the police department.
You don't have to keep saying, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not computer literate. We work to make sure that the only thing you'll have to say is, it works. Mendez, go for the cross! What a goal! What a goal from Mendez!
Go! X-Speed! Go back! X-Speed!
Here he's back.
Oh, here's an opportunity for Motown now. Shifting, Perella with a nice block. Another shot on, and this one into the back of the net. Perella not able to collect that one. From Mudez. Happy to send it away. This one further towards the box. The header coming in, and that one into the back of the net. You had a pairing of the two center backs. Joe Fallow with the head meets the foot of Mr. James Watson. And there's the equalizer. Still taking up the space. Looks a little further out to the wing, and a great service. Take a note there. Shot on, almost. Quist. Real close there. Able to settle with his left foot. Quist with an opportunity right in front of the box, and a goal! Dante Perez! Who says you can't teach old dogs new tricks? Able to get right in front of the box, putting the Jackson Lions up. Leaving it be for Yosefi. Yosefi to the middle. Kusiogu trying to create a shot. There's one off the keeper's arm. And there's the equalizer. The substitute doing exactly what he came in right for, playing on that right wing side. And it's 2-2 here with roughly 15 minutes left to play in regulation. In any case, we've got a shorter-ish corner kick. Motown sending this one away. Perella able to get two hands on it. And Perella outside his box. Here's a shot up. Maybe deflection. And that one is to the back of the net. Holy cow from Motown. An impromptu-ish-esque corner kick.
Shot on goal, but it is dropping. Back of the net for Cork. Who got the touch? Is that McCullough? James Donovan moving it quickly. Connor Matters through the hands. Mikey Brosnan, lovely feedback. Over the bar. Kelly moves it. Garrod Kennedy moving it on. Jack Gleason between the posts again. Lovely score. And Barnabas, after a little bit of trouble, are back in lead by 1. Great block by Garrod Kennedy. Back in the hands though, Toomey. Toomey made amends over the bar. And Brosnan bursting up to the centre. Does he have an opportunity to shoot? He takes the other option. Over the bar. To a corner. Cork may want to work it back out. Follow that arc around. Long drive by Kennedy. Dropping short though. Just around the 14. Back of the net. Cork goal wasn't dealt well with by Barnum. Tap over. Cabinet playing Donegal at 4:30. As Cork go on the attack, Matthew Queenan bursting through. Back of the net. Back of the net. Brilliant drive. Brilliant back of the net. Queenan. Garrod Kennedy on the ball. Long drive in. Little flick by Mikey Brosnan. Back into the hands. Shane Brosnan back to brother Mikey, back in the net. Fumble at the wrong time, but still in possession. Still in possession. Looks inside. Foot block perhaps. Love. Put the goalie the wrong way. George McCullough. No ball, no drive, lovely hands. Philip O'Shea back in the net.
Pass up into the forward. Relays it back. I don't think he anticipated it, but he went for the post, and it's going to be over the bar. And they had the possession. It's good to see contributions to the game in New York. Straight up, sort of like a scrum half offloads a ruck. Still playing. He's open. He's going to try to go for goalie. No, he's going to offload and see if someone's going to get over the bar. And it's good for Kerry. Good work there. This could be the first goal. And it's a goal. It's a goal for Westmeath. Boots it forward. Nice catch. It could set up and equalize with the goal. Oh, sorry. Thinking too much of another sport. Takes it, boots it right back instantly. Bobby O'Regan from the tight angle, and it's another score. Nice setup. Oh, what a goal! What a goal! Another goal for Westmeath's second goal, proving at the moment to be very crucial right now as they sit just shy comfortably in the lead. Kerry rallying back, driving his way, setting it up wide over the bar.
All right, welcome back. We'll flip the fields, and we've got the red and black of Manhattan Soccer Club going right to left, and the green and white of FC Motown STA going left to right. When we last left you, FC Motown STA up 2-1 against Manhattan Soccer Club. They'll have the first touch. Eric Ruiz will have the first tap in this ball. And we'll be underway with the final 45 of this USL 2 matchup. For those of you who are just joining us, a recap of the score as we've got the first whistle, the second half underway. Kenny Hott. Motown STA, Danny Idikcheria able to contribute to bring the score to 2-0. And Braden Smith of Manhattan Soccer Club able to cut the Motown lead in half, and that's how we end up with 2-1. Rutkowski quickly going to have to send this ball away, and it looks like Manhattan Soccer Club came out with a burst of energy that we hadn't quite seen yet. You see Ryan Vaubel, a halftime substitute, number 20 on your right side. It's like the substitute for Elijah Pope. And here's Motown into the middle. Not able to get that ball. Looks like Micah Garnett. And this one over the end line will be a Rutkowski goal kick. To a first half, and I think this goes back to what would have been a key point in this game, at least when talking about Manhattan Soccer Club. I think they've got to come out with a little bit more of a burst of energy, and we saw that a little bit when in the first couple possessions that Motown STA had. You saw players like Cajamarca and Gunha Lee being able to run around and command this midfield a little bit more. Speaking of Cajamarca, taking touches here for Manhattan SC. And now back to Stafford. But to be playing with the energy and to be willing to take the touches like Motown had, and that ultimately was how they were able to get these opportunities to be successful. Cajamarca now on the left side of the box. Opting into the inside. Now quick opportunity cleared away by Motown STA. Here's Idikcheria fighting for this ball. Stafford able to step in front of it. And now here's the captain center back making his move. Not able to find a teammate. And now back with Motown STA. Stafford not giving up on the ball. And neither is Kayvon Evans. Physical, top of the box now. Deflection off of a Motown player, but Rutkowski able to clean up the mess. And would be really just to keep pressure on Charlie DeMarco of Manhattan Soccer Club. Here's a quick ball there. Going to try to send this one away. Hot to Idicheria, who gathers that ball a bit too far ahead of Vauble. Here come the other way. That ball a bit too far out in front of Cajamarca. Now here's Garnett out to the corner. Good move there from the experienced Falco. Quick tap to Cajamarca now. Now to Braden Smith, the Manhattan goal scorer. Quick shifty move, going to get to the side, into the middle. Not quite there. Rutkowski comes off his line for a second. Top of the box is Manhattan Soccer Club now. Now dribbles a bit far away. Now Andrew Armstrong going to try to set this ball up for Idicheria. And Stafford able to retreat back quick enough. Falco near side. Lee not able to get there, and Rutkowski will send this ball away. Idicheria against Stafford. Stafford now with a touch. Lee back outside to Cajamarca. Smith back into the box now. Quick shift move. We'll try again. Not able to get a ball off. And it looks like we'll have a corner kick for Manhattan Soccer Club. This one will be sent away. You've got Cajamarca. Stafford looked like he tried to get a first touch on that ball. Trying to be sent away, deflected. And now back to the far side. Lee with a right foot. Rutkowski coming to collect that ball. We'll come down with two hands and stop the Manhattan offensive. Now here's far side for Motown STA. And Idicheria. A little, I wouldn't ever say lazy, but a little unsettled with that first touch. Now back to Manhattan Soccer Club. Stafford away. Far side corner into the middle. Now here's Evans in the box. Evans going to have to try to find a teammate, get around Motown. Hands go up. And it looks like not a whole lot of movement. We'll probably have a goal kick. Yes. A goal kick for Rutkowski. Mo Williams, who got himself a yellow card earlier. Idicheria back to Vauble. And now to the feet of Stafford. Stafford with a look, taking space. And that'll move the midfield up a little further off the pass. Now collected by Rutkowski. Wobble. Itixeria having, excuse me, that's Hot. Having to regain possession. And now here comes Motown, STA. On our side, you've got Itixeria on the other side of the box. And now Kenny Hot, Eric Ruiz with a quick touch. Going to have space. Ruiz deflected off the back. What looked like Falco. Now Itixeria coming to the end line. Right to the chest of a Manhattan Soccer Club player. And it looks like we might have had a handball in the middle of the box. Now we've got Manhattan Soccer Club centered around an official. Quick, tough calls.
Hey, you guys got a towel down there to throw it?
And it looks like we may have someone coming to the spot. We've got DeMarco and the center official having a bit of a conversation. It may not quite be a penalty kick. And it is. It looked like it was a handball that was called into the box. And now Motown STA will have a chance to go up 3-1. Portland man, Micah Garnett able to build up the confidence enough to take this shot on the line. Garnett settling. Side of off the line. Now both players backing up. Garnett going into his senior year. DeMarco going into his sophomore year at college. A bit of an age difference. And we'll see the result of this matchup. Garnett plants, sends this one away. And DeMarco able to get a hand on it, but crosses over that end line. And we've got a 3-1 ball game from Motown STA.
FC Motown STA goal scored by number 7, Micah Garnett. In this FC Motown STA 3, Manhattan SC 1.
So DeMarco guessed right on the penalty kick. Just not able to get enough for that ball. Settles right in front of him. Garnett able to really, I put enough spin on it, nice deflection, and found the net. And the Portland man does exactly what he was called on to do. 57th minute goal for Motown STA, and now they've got the lead on the series, 3-1. Itixeria, another goal scorer for Motown STA. Now a throw-in for Manhattan Soccer Club as Itixeria loses the ball, loses control. Falco on the ground to Braden Smith. Go in there, throw in for Motown STA. Vauble will take this one. And Gunha Lee gets ahead on that ball. A throw in. Oh, excuse me, a free kick for Carmine Falco of Manhattan Soccer Club. Stays around the box of Motown STA. Rowan leaves it to Lee. Lee and Cajamarca trying to create an opportunity here. Now DeMarco will send this ball away. Smith will opt the throw in for Falco now. And now Stafford retreating. We'll take a moment for Manhattan SC as they've got 30 minutes to try to get something out of the rest of this matchup, down 2 goals. Here's Andrew Armstrong, seemingly the only forward who hasn't quite gotten in on the action yet so far offensively. Armstrong having his impact felt on a bit more of an attacking midfield. Throw in for Motown STA. This one to the box and cleared by Manhattan Soccer Club. Garnett doing double time. Quick deflection. Garnett now dangerously into the box. This one shot away, deflected. Another shot. And DeMarco able to come up with it. The rebounded shot there from Idixeria. The first one looked like it was sent on previously. And now Falco and Ruiz muscling around a little bit more. Sanctuary official goes right in to quell that and make sure that doesn't boil over into something else additional. Falco to Stafford again. Now back to De Cotiel. Looks like we'll have another throw in. This ball dribbling. Nice touch there from Braden Smith. Lee goes down. Ruiz goes down now, and there's a whistle. Lobato can't believe it. And now here's Kenny Hawk looking to send this ball away. Will opt to Noah Levy of Lehigh. Weak touch there. Evans able to capitalize. Trying to set up. Not able to get to that ball from the strong Williams. Ruiz. Sees Idicheri after pausing for a moment. And now here's Garnett going the other way. Armstrong back outside. This one cleaned up by DeMarco. Touch out of play from Garnett. Now Cajamarca will take the throw in. That was work too soon. You know, you've got to know when Carmine Falco, as a broadcast, you've got to know when Carmine Falco ends up to that line that he'll end up taking the throw in, as strong and consistent as he is. Falco, a guy who's always been consistent for the Columbia Lions in the Ivy League. And I remember specifically being able to watch him when the Columbia Lions came to play the Cornell Big Red at the end of the fall regular season, I should say. And Cornell was able to take care of business in that regard. And there's Hott working against Braden Smith. Smith not happy. Vauble looking around for Williams and Garnett. Oh, excuse me, that's Perry Kingston, the Lehigh alum. Garnett goes down. There's a whistle and for Motown STA. And Motown STA not letting off the gas by any means. This one into the box, sent away into the middle. Armstrong. Will look to collect this ball. Now back to Kingston. The middle, Armstrong, excuse me, that is defending against Kielik. Who's up from his center back position. Falco taking up space. And here's Smith. We've seen him do this before earlier in the half. Not able to get that ball off. Whistle blown, and it looks like the yellow card is coming out. For Ryan Vauble, yellow And I've got to imagine this is a maintaining the peace sort of yellow card. Maybe something, of course, wasn't right to the official standing. Rain coming down as hard as ever, at least throughout these past roughly hour and a half or since the match has begun. Kowski away. Having a retreat back from that kick by Lobato. And here's Killick. And a throw in for Motown STA. Itexeria smartly rushed. And now Motown STA has numbers in the box. Hot off a deflection. Now here's Levy. To the outside. Center of the box cleared by Manhattan. And now here comes Braden Smith, who's been having to do a little bit more work than a 9 may have anticipated. Now back to Evans into the corner. And it'll be going the way of FC Motown now. Off the throw-in. Lee against Hot, and now here's Itexeria back to Hot. And now Braden Smith once more. And now outside for Manhattan. Perry Kingston to the outside with that ball. And now Garnett all by himself with Motown STA. And good defense there from Manhattan SC. Smith. Now Evans coming to collect that one. Rutkowski coming way off his line. Here's a whistle. And we'll have Rutkowski send this ball away. And now if you're Manhattan Soccer Club, you've got to think that one of these opportunities between Braden Smith, who I think has really just been the most valuable player for the red and black tonight, and only able to do so much as we creep into the 71st minute. Falco. And now but in any case, I mean, I think you've got to put the ball into the feet of the goal scorer, Braden Smith. Smith lined up on the far side, near side of camera view. He'll get the ball there, but a sloppy touch leads to a turnover. Area turning a corner now. Intercepted back again. Good ball there from Manhattan Soccer Club. On both sides, still giving an absolute 100% and willing to put their feet out in front of that ball to try to earn a deflection. Top of the box, just Perry Kingston, Cajamarca jumping in front of that ball. That one cleared the NYCFC product. Of course, still putting 100%. And whistle blown. We'll stop play for a moment for what looks like a couple substitutes. These two incoming for Motown STA. Looks like this is Gabe Rutenberg coming in for a right wing in place of Danny Idicharia, among a few other substitutes here in the 73rd minute. Here's Manhattan SC. Gunha Lee still able to stay up after the collision. Charlie Hurley, the other Motown STA, got to credit the FC Motown staff for helping me catch that one. That's Andrew Delafera, Director of Soccer Operations here at FC Motown STA, Drew University. Does a fantastic he is. And this is my endorsement, if it means anything, for anyone watching the stream. You've got to see the setup that we've got here. Andrew, he's got his pen right here, and we've got an empty pizza box in front of us in the fantastic press box that's helping us stay dry in the wet weather. And he writes in big letters right with his pen, Charlie Hurley, and his number, the big bold letters, and it all comes back to me. It's just fantastic what we've got going on. Everyone's always working to try to help me out. I'm very fortunate to be up in the position that I am. In any case, back to the matchup. Quick touch, and Rain making it a little slick with this ball. A little sloppy your touches, but now this one, DeMarco coming off his line and not able to get there is Rutenberg. But you've still got Garnett controlling this ball. You got to see how far Rutenberg was sliding on this synthetic surface. Into the corner here. This ball sent away. Garnett not able to get to it. Here's Braden Smith. That ball cut off. Now back again with Manhattan Soccer Club possession. Smith will get a second chance. Not able to connect with a teammate. And now Stafford at midfield. Nice quick touch. Further into the box, but over the end line, and it will be a goal kick for Rutkowski. And Rutkowski sending his Motown STA players wide. Rutkowski to the far side. Now going the other way, hitting the turf. De Cotiel now to Falco. Falco taking a pause against Rutenberg, the William and Mary man. Smith with a good move. Smith with the right foot to the top of the box. Looked like it may have been incidental contact, but that'll be the official's decision. And here's a yellow card that's issued, deemed not to be incidental contact, and looks like we'll have a free kick right outside the 18. Again, we've seen this going the other way for Manhattan SC in the first half. Now here in the 78th minute, Motown STA will have another, Manhattan Soccer Club will have another dangerous chance. Yeah, it looks like we'll have Gunha Lee lining up to take this free kick. Rutkowski going to have to be careful, puts a lot of men on this Motown STA wall. Looks like there's 6 lined up, shoulder to shoulder, right at about the penalty markers line. And Lee going to have to send this one up just over the netting. And Lee going to want to have to think about that one a little further. Good job, though, getting that ball over the line. Just not quite able to fit the window between the top of the heads and the top of that crossbar. And in any case, Rutkowski will send this ball off. Far side. Throwing in coming from Manhattan Soccer Club. We'll go backwards to the back line. Rowan stays with Manhattan. Opting for the center, Cajamarca. And now to Falco. Stafford back to Cajamarca now. Quick touch, unable to get to Falco, and those are the kinds of mistakes that Motown SC will cost you for, but that mess. Yeah, on the near side. Falco with movement. Hitting the ground, looks like Levy. And there he is. Here comes a free kick for Motown STA. Rutkowski will take a step up. Just about 10 minutes left to play. Motown, to be able to hold on, will secure their first win in USL 2 play this season on a rainy summer night. And again, this, assuming the score were to stand, would more than likely enter one of the top positions in the Metropolitan Division. Kingston to the far side. DeMarco coming up to grab that ball, almost has it get away from him as Garnett still in hot pursuit. Now here's Stafford taking up space. Cajamarca looking to direct traffic. And now here come a couple substitutions for Manhattan Soccer Club. Number 34 and number 9 of Manhattan SC will come in respectively. That's Jackson Ten Orver and Marvin Koseku. Koseku, the JUCO product of Fulton Montgomery and an Italian native. A notable addition to the and there's Mohamed Nuhu of Hotchkiss School of Amherst University, excuse me, Amherst College. Garnett hits his back hard. May have a whistle. And yet we'll play on regardless. Garnett gets back up gingerly, but back again and moving from Motown and STA. They'll having been more than effective for this Motown STA side. Always got, even in USL 2, eats up a ton of minutes. Now here's Rutenberg trying to get on the score sheet. This one sent away and over the net. A card issued, I believe, to a Manhattan SC player. Goal, excuse me, a corner kick incoming. Whistle blown. From the corner. And it looks like Motown STA in the business of just making sure that they hold on to this 3-1 lead. Wouldn't blame him. A fantastically played match for the green and white tonight. Goals from Hot, Indicaria, and Garnett in that order. And we'll have a throw in from Motown STA. Back into the corner. And Manhattan. And here they come. Here comes Braden Smith working against Vauble. Side. Ball trickles out, now back to Stafford. The captain finds Smith. And this ball now sent away. Here's, you see this one curl Now Koseku back to Smith. Darson Gabriel also into this match as that service enters the box of Rutkowski. Levy trying to get that ball away. Now trickles to this near side. Stafford trying to get a look around Rutenberg. And now back to Gabriel. Darcy and Gabriel. Couple quick touches between Nuhu and Over. Two minutes left in regulation. Now to the corner for Manhattan Soccer Club. Just outside of service, Rutkowski almost off his line. That ball almost cleared by Motown STA. And now this one on the ground. Back to the center backs. Stafford calling for that ball. Get it. Effort inside and now back to Dakota. Manhattan STA. Down STA's defense. That one cleared off the shin, not able to get there quick enough. And a throw in from Nuhu. DeMarco now well off his line. We'll try to play a little bit of a deeper center back as his two centerpieces will end up taking more of a midfielder's role. Gonna have to try to find their second here at least. At least in their own mind, trying to run a little bit more of a hurry-up offensive. Just a couple seconds left to play in regulations. We'll have the stoppage time with you shortly. Corner kick away from Manhattan. A header in dangerous inside the box now. Back into the box. Looks like this is Smith off a deflection of a Motown STA player. And here comes a corner kick. To the center, Rutkowski lined up and way over the goal. Not quite even competitive from the center back, De Cotel. Rutkowski not itching to pick up this ball, and you can't fault him for why. FC Motown STA, assuming the result able to remain, will come away with their first victory again of the USL 2 season right here at home at Drew University. we'll have the last couple touches with you. And even really looking from both sides, I think Manhattan SC still was able to put together a nice performance, though, regardless. A lot of nice offensive chances, a lot of good quick passes that they were able really to accumulate over time. I'm really especially excited to see what you see number 10 over there with the ball, Muhammad Nuhu, able to do, a D3 baller. Again, like I talked about at Amherst College, and a kid who has just been a bona fide scorer. Same thing with Kevon Evans. Two guys surely to make an impact felt in Division I one day. And even Stafford's efficiency in the midfield. Gunha Lee with a couple touches that he's been able to have. Kahamarka, Braden Smith. Two other New York college kids. Who were able to have their impact felt in the match. And Rutkowski issued a yellow card there for what I'd imagine just being holding on to the ball for too long, of course. Whistle played on. And now this ball to DeMarco. What I imagine may be the last couple touches that Manhattan SC will be able to have for this match. But now this one into the corner of Motown STA. Cleared into space. Stafford working against Rutenberg still. Throw in incoming. Motown STA into the corner. Now to the back line of Manhattan SC. However, not able to get that to the center back, and that's the final whistle of tonight's matchup between FC Motown STA and Manhattan Soccer Club. Your final score, 3-1 for the home side. Motown STA right here at Drew at 9:27 p.m. Thanks so much for joining us, folks. I'm your commentator, Danny Lang, and we'll see you in the next matchup.